this is the final assessment for the introductory course to Power BI. Delegates reach this stage after an arduous 2 days of learning the essentials of Power BI, and this is their final assessment. I've avoided the old hackneyed and overused sales example, and I've decided rather to use something really interesting, something which Chad GBT helped me with, and that is the launching of all the space shuttle missions. So there they all are in an Excel sheet, which is indeed, I must open, let's open it, the Excel sheet over here. So we've got space shuttles over there. So there's all the data. There are 2 tables, and there's a relationship between the 2 tables, or one that will be created through the ID field of the space shuttle. There we go. Alright, so there are all the launches, and I've got a couple of duplicates, and I've got a blank row, so that's what we're going to fix. Okay, let me close this and save it. Let me close it. Okay, excellent. So let's go to Power BI now and see how we do it. The first thing we have to do is import and fix. That's the first thing we have to do. Import and fix. Alright, here we go. Blank report. And let's start importing. There we go. Excel. And let's go to the group over here and space shuttles. There we go. So up comes Power Query. Power Query has 2, and you'll see launches, and you'll see space shuttles there. Already problems. You see the problems? Column 1, column 2, and also over here with launches, we've got a null row and we've got some duplicates. So let's go to transform data. Transform data over here. Let's fix the column issue on the space shuttle name. So let's fix the column issue. Let's go to transform. Use first row as headers. Done and dusted. Look at my beautiful green lines there. No errors, no problems. See that? Now we go to launches. Okay, there is dirty data. There we go. Green and grey. Do you see that? Alright, so the first thing we've got to do, and you can't delete null rows based on one column or duplicates based on one column, so I often tell my delegates, click on the corner there, press escape. Now nothing is selected. Now we're going to go to home, and we're going to go to remove rows, and we're going to go to remove blank rows. Done. And we're going to click in the corner again there, press escape, and we're going to go to remove rows and remove duplicates. Done. All sorted. Data looking good. Nice and clean. Look at those beautiful green lines. Okay. Now we're going to go to close and apply. Back. Boom. Close and apply. Up comes the little machine, and it's doing the thing and loading. Done. Okay. Done. And if we look at our, well, let's look at our relationships. That's the second thing we have to do, is look, are the relationships good? They are healthy. Look there, relationships, space shuttle ID, space shuttle ID. That indeed was the question. So, firstly, import and fix. Secondly, relationships. Check the relationships. But now, what about the background? Well, let me pause the video and find my PowerPoint created SVG file. Okay, resumed video, let's find it. Okay, so here we are. What I'm going to do is go back to the visualizations over here, and the tapestry is waiting for me. Now, if we click on this little button here, we have our formatting. There we go, and we're going to go to canvas background. There we go, canvas background, and I'm going to choose the space shuttle. Let's see if it's here. Space shuttles, there we go. And open. Now I've got to reduce this to 0%, the transparency, and there it is. Isn't that beautiful? Nice gradient, nice picture. This is over here. Right, now what does the question ask us next? It says, okay, do that we've just done. All right, and visualization. So we've got a matrix there. Okay, we've got a slicer there on success, yes or no. You will recall only 2 of the space shuttle missions were failures, tragic failures. Sum of cost in millions and success, yes or no. All right, not a great donut, but there it is. Sum of cost in millions, okay, that's 7,000 million, that's $7 billion. I wonder if that's accurate. Mission objectives as a tiled slicer. Let's go back, let's do that. Good. Firstly, what was that? First, it's name and sum of cost in millions. There we go. So let's go. Matrix and name. There we go. Busy putting it in. And sum of cost in millions. Okay. Space shuttle, date, duration, launches, cost in millions. There we go. Done. All right. Let's make that text a bit bigger. Hey, values. Okay. Text up a bit. There we go. All right. Text color is white. I'm going to reduce its size there, and I am going to put some conditional formatting in. So we'll go here to cell elements and we'll put in a data bar. How about that? There's the data bar. Let's make the background transparent. Layout and style presets. What's that? What am I looking for? Grid, blank rows, values. Okay. All right. Alternate background color. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Specific column, maybe properties, tooltips, I know, visual. Let's go. Always forget the size and style. Background on, background off. There we go. All right. What else under size and style? Layout and style presets. I think what I'm going to do is go to this over here, and we're going to choose a alternating rows style. There we go. All right, so it's looking good enough. It's looking good enough. Let's move this visualization down here. Okay, what else did I have to do? And I had to put in these slices over here. Success and mission objective. Good. Let's go. Always click off. And then slicer. And I'm going to go success. Success, yes, no. 2 check boxes. There we go. All right. Why don't we make this one look really nice? Okay, so what we're going to do is slicer settings. Okay, title, size and style over there, background off. There we go. And now we must change the text. Okay, because the values are too dark, so let's make them white. There we go. And the title, and as we had a huge discussion, we can't change the look of the boxes, unfortunately. Okay, so let's go to the title. Oh, the title is off at the moment. Okay, so what are we looking at? Slicer settings, vertical list selection. What am I looking at there? Size and style. Slicer header, that's what I'm looking at. Let's make that one white. Okay, and make that one much bigger too. Success, yes or no. There we go. Let's put a nice little border around. Okay, color of the border, line with border position, top is your not border. No, background, pending icon, line with color. Top, bottom, left, right. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. I thought there would be a nice border. Slicer header, values, title, size and style. What do we get? Visual border on. There we go. And we're going to make this a little shadow. Okay. Shadow, yes, shadow always looks good. So there we go. Nice visual border with shadow. What else did we have to do? I'm on 8 minutes. Gonna run out of time. Okay, we got to put in that slicer, which is the mission objective. Let's go. Mission objective, a new slicer. There we go. Mission objective over here. All right, make it much bigger. All right, over here. And the mission objective. There we go. But we're going to tile this one. So if you do that, it says go to format, slicer settings, options, style, format, slicer settings, options, style. I want a tile. There we go. Tile is done. Okay, so the tile is done. Nice. Now let's just format paint that from there onto there. Didn't change it. Okay. Not happy. I think it's those tiles. But anyway, we'll keep that there. Let's stop recording.